Hello, sorry, this is just going to be a quick update video because I just realized I went to film an update. It's October 26th today. I went to film an update and realized that I have lost all of my video footage from like end of July until mid-September. So I literally lost like a 6-week block, and in that 6 weeks we had another miscarriage. We'd had another two miscarriages since the first in that window. I had 2 early losses at like 4 weeks. And I've lost all my footage of talking about that, processing that, etc. So I'm not going to recap it because I feel like I've moved through those emotions. I don't want to go back and dwell on it. But yeah, so we'd had 3 miscarriages. Our first one, which was at 6 weeks, and then the 2 after that at 4 weeks. In the interim, and then the next footage that you'll see now is the 21st of September, and at that point I had made a doctor's appointment after I knew our third loss was a loss. Went into my GP, who was fantastic, and he started the testing process and started referring us so that he could refer us to the recurrent miscarriage unit at the John Hunter. So because of that, we had to have an internal ultrasound, and I had to have a whole blood panel done, which was exhausting, to just check if there was anything that came up in that, any obvious abnormalities or issues as to why we can't sustain a pregnancy now. He was really great. He sounded really positive. He said, you've had one healthy baby, which is a good sign, because generally that means then that hopefully it will happen again. But yeah, so that's the general update now, and then I will go back to now inserting the clips as I was recording them as it happened. But yeah, I'm bummed I lost that footage, but yeah, and then I'll film the actual update for what's happening now. Bye. Howdy. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to hold my phone and I hope it's not awkward. Today is the 21st of September. Sorry, I couldn't even remember what month it was. And I have my ultrasound this afternoon for the recurrent miscarriages. I've actually probably since Sunday, I want to say, or maybe even Saturday night, I've had a lot of anxiety. Excuse later. I've had a lot of anxiety. I think just scared. I'm scared that they won't find anything. I'm scared that, I don't know, I'm just scared. I think I'm scared of the unknown now. I'm scared of not trying next month. I'm scared of trying next month. I'm hoping something really obvious comes back in the results. But I'm just really scared now, I think. Dane seems fine. But I'm just scared. I think because it's like my body and stuff too. I just feel like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with my body? Am I like missing something really major that's going on with my body? I don't know. And yeah, so I'm hoping that I will get through the scan this afternoon, and then my period should start on Thursday, I think. Tomorrow should be the last day of my cycle. I don't really care though if it comes a day early, if it comes tomorrow, whatever. It just then means I go and get my blood test a little bit sooner, but yeah, I don't know, I'm just really, I'm scared. I'm just feeling really anxious and unsure, I guess, about, I'm not unsure, I know that I'm doing the right thing by going to get tested, but it's like sometimes, I said to Dane on Sunday morning it must have been, sometimes I just get this wave of like overwhelming and like crushing sadness and fear of like, what if I'm never going to be pregnant again? Like, when's that going to happen for me? Like when I see people who are pregnant or holding their newborn, and I think, what if that's never going to happen to me again? What if Slater's never going to get to be a big brother? Because
just, he loves babies so much. He's like obsessed with babies, and he's so sweet with them. And it just like crushes me. I don't know, Dane and I had a conversation the other day about what, I guess where we would stop. At what point would we say that we're not going to keep pushing or we're not going to do more than this? And we kind of agreed that we would probably get to the point of maybe doing 1 round of IVF. But even then, Dane's sort of like even on the fence about doing IVF. Because we've kind of just had the conversation before about like, if it's not happening, if it's not like an easy fix, or it's not something that's kind of straightforward, then should we even be having another child? So, I don't know, there's just a lot. You're fine. There's just a lot going through my head right now. I'm going to go and deal with this crazy. Stop, Slater. I'm going to go and deal with this crazy, but yeah, I just wanted to stay updated on how I'm feeling. Hello, it's me again, looking like crap, filming another update. I just woke up. So it's Wednesday today, Wednesday the, I don't know, 20-something, the end. It's my birthday on Saturday, so it's October 1st on Friday, so it's the very end of September. Yeah, so it's that thing. Oh, September 29th today, sorry. And I had my ultrasound last week, and then my blood tests on Sunday, on the 3rd day of my cycle, like this new cycle. And I spoke to my doctor yesterday afternoon to get the results of that, and they have all come back normal. My bloods all look normal, everything looks fantastic, all my levels are great. The ultrasound showed nothing wrong, everything looks normal and to be working as it should be. So it's like good news and bad news, really, because good news in that everything's normal, so our doctor basically said just keep trying. He sent our referral through to the recurrent miscarriage clinic, because obviously we still have had 3 miscarriages, but in the meantime he said just keep going, and as soon as I fall pregnant, start taking the baby aspirin again. But I don't know if I'm going to or not, only because it didn't make a difference with the losses that we had. And I just feel like I didn't take it with Slater and he stuck, so I'm gonna just, I think, maybe not take it. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Maybe I'll change my mind once I see a positive pregnancy test, but I'm just so hesitant now after the 2 chemicals that it's gonna stop the baby growing or something. I don't know. So yeah, so we've been given the blessing to try again, so we are trying again this cycle. Obviously, I ovulate very early, so I'm actually ovulating on my birthday, so today's Wednesday, I ovulate on Saturday. So we have started trying because we're in my fertile window. And we'll just see how we go, really. My doctor said that what usually happens is he refers women to this clinic, and it can take them a few weeks to get back to you with an appointment. And he said usually he refers women to the clinic, and then they call him before their appointments even come through and say, Dr. Abby, I'm pregnant. So he said, you know, we'll pray that happens for you. He's just so lovely. He's such a nice doctor. And yeah, so he just said, just keep trying. As soon as you find out and you can see that it's progressing, sorry, pardon me, because obviously with the chemicals, I knew pretty quickly within a couple of days, like before I'd even be able to get into a doctor, that it wasn't progressing. So I was sort of like, well, there's no point, because it's not progressing. So if I can see that it's progressing, I'll make the appointment and see my doctor again. He might start me on some progesterone just to help everything along. I don't really want to take the baby aspirin again. I'm just hesitant, but then I'm like, well, I'll be mad at myself if I do take it and something goes wrong. I'll be mad at myself if I don't take it and something goes wrong. I'll be mad at myself. So it's sort of like I just have to do, I think, what feels right in the moment and see how we go. But yeah, I don't know, that's where we're at. So keep trying now, wait for our referral to go through at the clinic and get an appointment time. But yeah, that's what's happening. We just keep trying. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm like kind of I'm feeling optimistic this month, or I'm trying to feel optimistic this month. But I think I've also resigned myself to the fact, like, mentally in my head, I just, like, I used to think when we first started trying before our first miscarriage, I used to think, like, I knew that we would have a baby. I knew that I would be pregnant sometime in the next few months, and, like, by the end of the year I would be pregnant, and, like, that was something I knew, you know, like, in your head you just, like, know that. And it's not happening. So now my brain has, like, completely backflipped, and I can't imagine myself pregnant now. Like, I'm like, I can't imagine actually being pregnant again and having a baby that's growing again. I can't imagine that. It's going to feel really surreal, but I'm going to be so ridiculously happy if that happens. And my eye is also twitching. Oh, the other two things that I'm doing differently this month is, stop taking the baby aspirin, still taking all the other vitamins that we've been taking, upped our dosage in a couple of them to a higher but, like, good level still. And I've also been exercising every day, or trying to do some form of, like, training, fertility training, I don't know, like fertility yoga or, like, physical exercise, just something like that every day. I've been eating really healthy, really clean, trying to get these few kilos off that I gained after the first miscarriage, because I just couldn't seem to shake it. Like, I didn't gain it while I was pregnant. It was after I was pregnant, I think, because I was eating junk food, and I was just a mess, to be honest. I was a mess. So, and I've also cut out alcohol. I haven't had a drink since when I feel like Friday, so, like, the first day of my cycle, I think I had, like, 1 glass of wine, and since then I haven't had any, because I'm just going to try and I am going to have a little drink on my birthday, though. I'm going to have a couple of little drinks on my birthday on Saturday, but otherwise I am not going to drink until I know that I'm not pregnant this cycle or whatever, and see how that goes. And I'm minimizing my caffeine still. So those are the other, like, things I'm trying. So cutting out majority of my alcohol, because I normally have a glass of wine a day, cutting out my alcohol, cutting down on my caffeine, eating really healthy, moving my body every day, and I'm trying the Chinese medicine methods of keeping my feet warm at all times that I'm home. I'm wearing my thick socks, keeping my belly warm, stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see how we go, but yeah.
Hello. Sorry, I'm just being quiet. Oh, I dropped my phone. I'm just being quiet because it's late at night. But I just wanted to give a little update. It's Wednesday, the 6th of October. I don't think I've updated since my test results came back normal, so that was last Tuesday, so it's been like a week and a bit since then. I am currently in the 2-week wait, except it's not really a 2-week wait, because I know that I get positives pretty early on. Thanks to the chemicals, I know that. They're from like 7 days usually I can get one. I think I'm anywhere today from anywhere between like 2 to, I don't think I'm 2, I think I'm like 3 to 4 DPO today. So theoretically could be like 3 days of getting a test. Oh no, maybe I'm more than that. It's Wednesday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I'm like 3 or 4 DPO. And I have chosen Sunday as the day that I'm going to take a test. So today's Wednesday, so yeah, on Sunday I'm going to take a test. I could technically probably take one Saturday morning, but I just don't want to do that to my heart. I want to be able to take it and know pretty quickly whether it seems like it's going to be a strong pregnancy or not, if I am. But at this point I would say I'm like 95% sure that I am pregnant. If I am, this will be the 4th time I've been pregnant in 6 months, so I know my body pretty well when it's pregnant, or like in these early stages of pregnancy before I get a positive test and I'm having all those symptoms. Like my boobs are getting bigger, my nipples are sore, all the things that for me signal pregnancy. So I think I am pregnant. I'm just scared. You'd think I'd be like, oh, I think I'm pregnant, but after 3 losses, the excitement is gone, the joy is gone. I am just, the first hurdle will be taking the test and it being a pretty, well, it doesn't have to be a super decent line, but it being a line, a stronger line than the chemicals, and getting a positive on a digital. If I get a positive pregnancy test on a digital test, I'll be over the moon. But otherwise, I'm just waiting. I'm scared to get excited. I'm scared to get my hopes up. I really want this to be it. But I don't know. And it's also Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. So that's tough because I do want to share my story, but I just don't think I'm ready to share all of this until I'm pregnant, or until we're a little further through the support process, I guess. But yeah, I still haven't heard about my appointment or anything, but we'll see if I'm pregnant on Sunday. But yeah, that's an update. I just want to let you know that I do think I'm pregnant, and see how we go. Sorry for the crap camera angle. I just want to film a quick update, or not really an update, just like a snippet of sorry, it's not lighting, this lighting's probably better. A snippet, little update slash just check in. I'm 8 DPO today. I got a really faint, really faint line. Like, I couldn't even see yesterday morning, but then when the test dried, it came up a little bit clearer. So that was yesterday. This morning I got a line that came up within the time frame. I got a couple of like darkish lines, but not dark. They were still very faint, but they looked a little bit darker than yesterday. I'm having really intense pregnancy symptoms that I don't really want to get into anyway, but yeah, like this is probably like the most intense symptoms that I've had out of any of my pregnancies since I was pregnant with Slater. But I feel like I'm not testing again until tomorrow morning now, but I feel like it's just all like hit me at once that if I test tomorrow and it's not darker, that I'm having my 4th loss. And for some reason I think I handled the last 2 pretty well, but this one just feels like almost like the first one all over again. I think just because 4 just seems absurd. And I'm just scared. I'm so scared that this is going to be my 4th loss. And I just feel I'm scared for what's going to happen to me. Sorry, he's on the floor playing. I'm scared for what's going to happen to me mentally and emotionally, because I don't feel like me anymore. If I lose this baby, I'm not going to feel like me. I don't feel good in my body. If this isn't real, if this is real, then obviously I'll be so happy, but if it's not real, because of how intense my symptoms are, it just like makes me so angry at my body, because it's so unfair that it's tricking me in this way almost. Like, it's tricking me into thinking it's doing what it's supposed to be doing and it's not. I don't know, I'm just having a really tough day. So I'm just gonna take it easy the rest of the day. Eat well, drink well, rest as much as I can. And then yeah, I'll take another test tomorrow morning. I'll film that. I haven't been filming me testing just because mentally I just haven't been ready to. But I will film tomorrow, because that will be kind of the decider really, if it seems like it is getting darker or if it's just as faint or gone. But yeah,
If it is just as faint, then I feel like they're happening sooner and sooner. Although this one happened kind of later on in the process, but like the line is nowhere near as strong as what the other chemicals were. So I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow. Morning. Sorry, I look really manky. But I'm 9 DPO today. I've just taken the test that I was going to take, and I'm waiting. They've got the timer going on my phone. I'm waiting for it to go off, so I'll look at it because I didn't want to just sit and stare at it or send myself crazy. Mentally, I have prepared myself to accept that it's another chemical, another early loss. So when I flip this over, I'm expecting to see nothing. We'll see the same line I've been seeing, not anything different. It's like, but you always have this like tiny spark of hope that maybe this time it's going to be different, even though I've tried really hard to stamp on that spark. Okay, that was it. My timer just went off and I'm really scared to look. I'm really scared. Because like I said, that spark is just there, even though I don't want it to be. So there's going to be a wave of sadness and I'm scared for that. I'm not ready for that. Okay, I need to just do it. I don't want to look at it. Okay, I'm confused. It's not as strong as I thought it would be, but I think it's stronger than yesterday. Fuck, I hate this. I thought it would have been... I wanted it to be a little bit darker than that, but it does seem like it's darker. I don't know. It's still so faint though. I'm like, do I even bother taking a digital? I don't know. I might take a digital and come back to you guys. Sorry, I didn't even want to film this again, but I need to because that's the right thing to do. Because I've started and I just need to do it. But it's looking like another chemical. So it appears the world is cruel again. Yeah. I don't know when I'll update next because we're going to stop trying until we get to see the specialist. So yeah.